Hello, my friends. Welcome to the new episode on registration of branch office in Iraq. Today, we will focus on the Kurdish region, how to do or how to register a branch office in the Kurdish region. Before starting this, or before talking about Kurdish region, we have to keep in mind that language is very, very important at Iraqi offices. And for that reason, the language that is used in the documents of registration must be in compliance with the Iraqi law and the formats required by Iraqi laws. For that reason, companies who want to register their branch office in Iraq must consult with their local lawyer before preparing and drafting the documents, because these documents will be sent to Iraq to be translated and submitted to the Ministry of Trade, and they will review each word by word. For that reason, the language issue is very important. Going back to the Kurdish region, as you all know that Iraq is a federal country, and in the Kurdish region there is what's called the Kurdish regional government. The Kurdish region includes three governorates: the governorate of Sulaymaniyah, the governorate of Erbil, the governorate of Dahok, and the capital of the region is Erbil. To register a branch office in Kurdish region, it is the same rules applied whether it is federal rules and in the region. The same rules. So the same documents are required, and the only difference is the translation for the document that's submitted to the in the Kurdish region may be in Kurdish, but these documents, if they are in Kurdish, will not be recognized by the Iraqi federal government. For example, if a company registered in the Kurdish region and they submitted a Kurdish documents, and then they want to work in the federal part in Baghdad or Basra or other governorates that is not within the region, they will ask them for the documents, and the documents, if they are still in Kurdish, will not be recognized. Yes, Kurdish is a second language in Iraq, but also they will need to be translated and notarized. So it is an extra step. For that reason, companies choose either to register in Baghdad, where is the central registration department of the Ministry of Trade, or to register in Erbil or in Sulaymaniyah, because Sulaymaniyah also have a regional registration office for business. For that reason, you have to decide from the beginning. We will discuss the two options. The first option is to register in Baghdad and then start trying to work in the region. Yes, companies who have branch office registered in Baghdad can work in the region of Kurdistan. But to do work, you may need an office space there. To have an office space there, you have to register your branch office at the nearest security department to the building where you are using as office space. To open a bank account, which is important as part of the compliance steps, you will need to have the documents approved by the Ministry of Trade at the regional government. So, companies who choose to register in Baghdad and then try to work in Kurdish region must, in addition to have the registration certificate, need to have the documents that were submitted in the registration process to be stamped by the Ministry of Trade Company Registration Department in Baghdad. This stamp to certify that these documents are authentic according to the files of the Ministry of Trade or the Federal Ministry of Trade. Then these documents will be sent to the regional government of Kurdistan to put them in the files, and the certificate is recognized because it is with one computer system linked the three registration offices. Again, documents, in addition to the registration certificate, companies need to have copies of these documents were submitted to Baghdad for registration to be authenticated by the Ministry of Trade Company Registration Department and sent via official mail, not by hand, so no courier can go and pick them up by himself. No, these documents must be sent by an official mail to the government of Kurdistan, and then these documents are recognized, because at this moment the company can have an office space in the region of Kurdistan or have a bank account there and do business as normal. If it is only do business, you don't need to have an office space in Kurdistan. The registration certificate is enough to have you doing the work. But moving the equipment to do the work inside the region, also you'll be required to get these documents authenticated by the Ministry of Trade in Baghdad. And in case of the company decided to register in Erbil first, all the documents that is required by the federal government need to be submitted as it is after being apostilled by the Iraqi embassy. But in addition to that, also need to be apostilled at the Kurdish department, which is part of the Iraqi embassy. There is every Iraqi government, embassy, at every Iraqi embassy, there is a department special for the Kurdish region to take care of the Kurdish region's affairs. This department need also the apostilled the documents in addition to the apostillation by the Iraqi embassy, and then sent to Erbil, translated, approved by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then sent to the Ministry of Trade Company Registration Department in Erbil or in Suleymaniye, because as we said, there are two offices to do the registration, and then uploaded to the electronic registration system, and once getting reviewed fully and approved by the Ministry of Trade Company Registration Department, then at this moment the certificate of registration will be issued. This will be issued to work in Erbil or in the Kurdish region. If this company wants to work in the other parts of Iraq, like Basra, Baghdad, Mosul, Kirkuk, these documents which were submitted to the Kurdish region need to be authenticated by the Kurdish government and sent by the official mail to the federal government, federal office in Baghdad. So, although it is one country and the certificate of registration authorize you to do work in everywhere in Iraq, whether it's in the Kurdish region or the other regions, but still need to follow these rules. These rules are very important to facilitate the work, because otherwise it will be difficult, and sometimes at any moment your vehicles, your employees may be stopped and ask for the authorization of work, and in case you don't have it, there will be some not big troubles, but still disturbances for the work. So to make work easier, try to keep always documentations for all the documents that's submitted. Also, you have to watch carefully the rules. For example, if you want to have an office space in Erbil or in Suleymaniye, you have to understand that you have to get approval from the nearest security department to the area. This is for security issues, yes, but still they will ask you for the registration documents, and for the registration document, they will send you to the Office of Registration, whether it's Arbil or Sulaimaniya, and then they will ask you for the authenticated documents. Iraqi constitution is very clear in this point. Say that the federal government have the right to issue federal laws, but at the same constitution, the regional governments have the right to amend any federal law to be suitable for their regional needs. And on that point, the regional government of Kurdistan used to amend or change some of the rules just to keep the security of business in the region. I hope this information is important. Also, again, if you find this benefit, click like and subscribe in the channel. And if you have any questions, any comment, or any remark, please let me know in the comments below, and hope to see you again. Thank you.